Hi everyone, Quillfan here again. This will be one of those all crystal related videos that I've already done. And what I plan on doing today is doing a quick walkthrough of this beautiful little divination tool down here. I want to show you a couple of my new crystals, and I want to talk just very briefly about an app that Kelly from the Truth and Story kind of brought to my attention, in which you can lay it down or write a quick database for whatever you want. In my case, I did it for my crystals, and I just wanted to show you that just very briefly. So let's dive right in. I will start with the walkthrough, so this probably will end up being a bit longer, so if you're not interested in seeing all the rest, you can just skip away. So, well, this is the deck I am talking about, and I have listened to Google Translate pronouncing this little deck, which is Kamienie Wroza. I have no idea if I just slaughtered the name like terribly. But it's if you would translate it, it would be called divination stone. So it's a little oracle deck based off of crystals, but it's not just showing you crystals like photographs of crystals, but more about just images, just relating to the overall meaning of a crystal or overall energy of a crystal, which I really like. It comes with a little white book, which I have here, which is in Polish, obviously, so I can't read it. But there is a translation online to be found, which I will link to in the description box below. And Bart, who gifted me this gorgeous deck, so thanks again, Bart. He took the time to go over this translation and kind of modify it a bit for me. So just leaving out what's not that of importance and kind of adding in stuff that he thinks I should know. So I really love the effort he put into that, and the PDF file I got. So I printed it out, have it here, so I have something to look at. The deck is divided into 6 kind of suits, if you want to say so, which is regarding the color. So you have first the white and clear stones. I then put down the yellow, orange and brown ones, the red and pink ones, the blue and purple ones, the green ones, and the gray and black ones. So all stones are kind of sorted under these kind of color ranges, and in their own section they are divided into, or they always sorted into 7 numbers, whereas the first is always talking about, well, it's quite similar to the 8th, because it's talking about the purest vibration of a stone in each group. The 2, and I will be quoting right now because, I mean, obviously someone already made the effort to write down the right words, so I don't need to find some. So the 2 always signifies division and movement. The 3 stands for synthesis and spirituality. The 4 indicates matter and earth. The 5 represents excellence and human being. The 6 marks balance and intuition. And the 7 states fulfillment and a full circle. So they are kind of sorted into their own, well, main energy in a way. The little white book comes with a couple of spreads, which I honestly haven't looked at yet, because I actually don't feel like using this deck for divination purposes right now. I'm not saying never, but right now I'm just more like using it for my existing stones. So like 2 days ago, I shuffled the cards and asked about what stone energy or what crystal energy would, or is the one that I would need the most at this point of time. And I got onyx for that. And although I love onyx to pieces, it's not necessarily the stone that I would have picked myself that day, but actually it was absolutely the right one, because onyx tends to have, like for me, usually onyx has this kind of male energy, this kind of activating energy, this kind of, okay, go out and do so energy. And I really needed that because I had been sick a couple of days and I was kind of laying low, and I thought, well, afterwards I thought, wow, this was absolutely the right thing, because it left me so energized and productive. So really, really love this deck for that right now. So I'm not doing divination with it right now, but you can, of course, you can. Okay, I've rambled long enough. I'm going to show you the pictures now. So here we have as the one, which again is like the purest vibration for the white and clear stones. You have the diamond. Obviously, diamonds are a girl's best friend, aren't they? And the keyword for that is awareness. There are obviously a lot more keywords in the Little White Book and in the translation, and there are also reversed meanings listed there. I will not read them to you all because you can read them yourself if you are interested, and other than that, this is like the main keyword. This is written on the card in Polish alongside with the name of the stone, and just because I felt like it, I wrote down the name and the keyword in English on each of the cards, so I don't have to kind of search through the pages each and every time I want to use this deck. The colors are vibrant. They are so gorgeous. When I wrote down all the names and the keywords, I had to lay down all of the cards on my table just so they could dry and I don't smear the writing. And honestly, it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen, because it's so vibrant and so stunningly beautiful. So again, for the first of the clear stones, we have the diamond. The second is rutile in quartz, and the keyword is art. For clear quartz, you have healing. And I'm going to show you if I own a stone that's fitting. So this is actually a new large piece of clear quartz that I got quite recently. So love it. Then we have moss agate, and the keyword is safety. I've always thought of moss agate as being kind of greenish. So I'm a bit, I don't know. I don't know why it's with the clear and white stones, but I will have to look that up, I guess. Magnesite, and the keyword is permeation. I need magnesite. Just looking at this image, I need magnesite. Love it. And I don't own a piece, so I will probably buy one with my next shopping tour, I guess. Then you have opal, I don't know, and the keyword is mercy. And I love this one. When I've shown you a couple of the cards with my last video, or second to last video, in which I was unboxing this deck, and I fell in love with this specific card immediately, which is moonstone. I have a moonstone here. It's just, oh, look at this glow. Love it. I so love this stone. And the keyword is self-knowledge. So that's it for the clear and white gems. For the orange and yellow and brown stones, we have as the first one topaz, which is related to the word truth. We have fire agate for inspiration. Gosh, so beautiful. Citrine for joy. And I've always said that I'm not a citrine person, but just because of this image, I might want to buy one now. We have amber for settlement. Tiger's eye. Let me see if I can find one. Whoopsie. Oh, almost dropped it. So, tiger's eye. For vigilance. Smoky quartz for balance. And again, just because of this image, which I love this image, I probably need to buy a smoky quartz now. It's just like that. We have sunstone. Where is my sunstone? Here it is. For heritage. And I would love for you to see how beautifully this one is sparkling, but maybe you can see it somewhere down here because there are so many golden freckles in it. But right now it doesn't want to show off because probably because you can't see the sun. So it might not want to show off now. Pity. Oh yeah, you can see it a bit. Love this one. Nice and sparkly. And that's it for the yellow and orange and brown ones. The red stones, red and pink. We have ruby for love. We have red jasper for might. I actually don't own like a true red jasper, but I do own a Brexian jasper. And I really have to think of that because of that image, because of the black swirls. So this is it, and it's a really deep red. I don't know if you can see it properly, but it's this very deep red in combination with all these black swirls. So it is like pretty much exactly what is depicted on this image. So always have to think of that. And this stone like is powerful. It has so much fiery energy. It's one I got quite recently as well, and I love it. So, red jasper for might. We have rose quartz for gentleness. And I mean, just look at this. Just look at this little face in here. Just look at, this is so soft. I want to lay down in this rose. It's so gorgeous. We have precious coral for ancestors. Love this picture. Gorgeous. We have carnelian for carnality. And I actually found another one like a week ago where I went through some of my oldest jewelry, which I had just put away. And I found that I got this little thing for a necklace once, probably about 25 years ago or something. I found a turquoise as well, which I will show you later. Then we have garnet for passion and watermelon tourmaline for tolerance. I love this image. And I don't own a watermelon tourmaline, so probably I will have to buy one now. This is, I have to say, this is the downside of this gorgeous deck, is that you really feel like you have to buy all of the stones you're missing. Honestly, my wallet will hate it. Okay, off to the blue stones, blue and purple. We have sapphire for peace, and I love this image. This is really peaceful. It looks like a cathedral in a way. And you have the stars up here. Oh, just gorgeous. We have lapis lazuli for oneness. And this picture really screams lapis lazuli just because of the blue and the golden spackles. I mean, even without the writing, you would have known this is lapis lazuli. I mean, let me find one. There it is. This is like just perfect image. With all the golden specks in it. Gorgeous. We have amethyst for charity. Again, beautiful image. We have turquoise for freedom, and look at this tiny little thing I found. Isn't this sweet? It's so tiny. I don't wear necklaces that often, so I don't know if I will wear it actually, but I put it to my stones now. We have fluorite for transformation, and look how stunningly beautiful this image is. I mean, it's exactly the same colors. This is like just perfect image. Love it. We have aquamarine, aquamarine, difficult word, for traveling. And I really missed, like when I first looked at this image, I totally missed the little boat up here, which is so beautiful, and these kind of angel wings around the sun. Sorry, gorgeous. Then we have sodalite for infinity, and I actually bought a humongous piece of sodalite quite recently, and I was pretty surprised because I obviously didn't pay attention to the size when I bought it. I ordered it online, and obviously I didn't pay attention to the size because I was so surprised once it came. Oh my goodness, this is heavy. Like, this is humongous. But I love it. And I love, again, how this fits the image like perfectly. So you know this is sodalite just by looking at the colors, but you also have just the meaning integrated into this picture. So gorgeous. So that's for the blues. Off to the greens. We have emerald for revival. Heliotrope for sacrifice. I have to look this stone up. Actually, I don't know it. As with this one, I don't know this one either. Olivine for prosperity. Malachite for nature. Love this image. Chrysocolla for responsibility. And I have to say, this is like perfect. I do own a piece of chrysocolla, and this is one of the most powerful stones I own. This is just amazing, and I really love how it's depicted. And I when I've shown it like for the first time, I really thought about it as this rainforest. So it's very earthy, very but it's like a mixture of elements, to be honest. Again, as in rainforest, you have the sun, you have the rain, you have the earth, you have the air, you have everything in it. Love it. Here we have chrysoprase for hope. And I'm still not too sure if... Where did I put it? It's always like the stone that's at the bottom of it all if you're searching for something. It's always like that. So I'm still not too sure if this might be chrysoprase, but I think I believe now that it might be an aventurine, actually. But I'm not like 100% sure. So we have chrysoprase for hope. Love this picture. We have nephrite for mastery. And I had to look this stone up as well because I've never heard of it. And I believe it's some form of jade. But I'm not like, don't quote me on that because I've never seen one. So that's it for the green stones. Off to the black ones, which is the last group of cards. So this is the card that is on the front of the box, which everyone loved. And it's a cute little owl. It's Jet, and its keyword is darkness. Then we have Shoal with pyrite, and it's for knowledge. I love this little wizard hat. We have Obsidian for metamorphosis. I actually only own Smoke Obsidian, so an Apache tier or Apache tier. And no, like, just Obsidian. Here we have Magnetite. Love this one as well for attracting. We have Hematite. I love hematite. I usually keep it separate, of course, from my other crystals for obvious reasons. But I brought one in just for this video. Hematite for courage. I don't know why, but I always have to kind of think of the Song of Earth and Fire. No, the Song of Ice and Fire is the English name, I believe, when I see this picture. So. And then there's onyx. Onyx, I have actually a couple of pieces. Let's just pick one. And onyx keyword is periodicity. And of course, labradorite. Let's see if he wants to show off his colors. Just a bit. We have the rainbow down here. Can you see it? Can you see the rainbow? Doesn't want to show off all the blues right now. A bit. You can see it a bit. You can. There we have again the rainbow. Quite fitting for this card, isn't it? I mean, I am still absolutely friggin' in love with labradorite. Love it. So labradorite, its keyword is forgiveness. And that's it. That's all the cards done. I will shuffle them and I will lay down just a couple cards together so you can see how beautiful they look together and the burst of energy and the burst of color. Just in regards of cardstock and the size, it's just a typical playing card size and playing cards cardstock. So very easy to shuffle, very easy to handle. Just gorgeous. Whoop. Just one more. So they are not color-coded anymore. So, let's see. I'm just going to lay down a couple cards. Just so you can see. I'm looking through the viewfinder right now, so I'm not really sure what I'm doing. But just so you can see how beautiful they look together. Gorgeous. I'll do another layer. Oh, just gorgeous. So gorgeous. I really, really love it. And again, for now, I'm not using it for divination, but this might change in the future. So I just love it. And what I haven't shown you yet is it comes with these 3 cards with photographs of the stones that are mentioned, so you can see how the stones look in reality. You always have the picture of the stone, the name of the stone, like in Polish, but you can look for the translations and you have it like on both sides. So that's quite neat just to have. It's not included in the deck, just for divination purposes though. So that's it for the deck. That's the deck done. Now off to the app, which is by, I will have to look this up. I believe it was Lucky Droid. Yes, it's by Lucky Droid and it's called Memento Database. I will link to that in the description box below as well. And it looks like that. So you can just put up or create a database. So here it's in German, so it's not that interesting for you just in regards of what I've written down, but just in regards of the layout. So I've made a database for all my crystals, and so they are listed here. The pictures you see are actually pictures that they were on the homepage when I ordered the stones. So not all of them are of my own making. A couple of them are though, like with the aventurine. I will click it up now. So we have the picture up here. This is a quite large one. Usually I have them a bit smaller. Then I always wrote down something about the spiritual properties, the physical properties, what chakra to use it with, and something about how to cleanse, clean, and recharge it. I've always, if there were some information given, or was some information given about whether or not to use it with water, I included that here, or like whether or not to use it with specific things, like for example, I don't know if I will find it now straight away. Probably not. I'm not good at finding things like super straight away. But there is a stone that you shouldn't use with infections, actually. So I wrote that down as well. Again, like it's the same layout for all of the stones. Always this little picture. You can enlarge the picture just by tapping on it. And again, those 4 sections of information. You obviously can add or you just add sections that you find interesting, because you are the one to set up this database. So that's quite interesting or quite great. And what I really love about it is that you have this little option for searching stuff. So you can search through the database. So for example, if I'm looking for like tense muscles in my back right now, I would tap that in here, in German, of course, because I made it in German, and I already can see, like, here we have tense muscles in the back, and I can click on it and I can see that it's seraphinite or seraphinite or clinochlor, however you want to call it. So that's amazing, I have to say. So I really love that. Again, I will link to that all in the description box below, because it is quite neat. And again, Kelly was the one who brought this to my attention. Really liking it. So now for the stones that I bought. And I know I am so bad at buying crystals, and I just love crystals. What can I say? I've already shown you a couple of them. I've shown you the clear quartz, the sodalite, the amethyst. What else did I show you? I've shown you the sunstone, and I've shown you the Brexian jaspis. I've bought another jaspis that looks like a landscape. I love this one. It looks like a dried river a bit. So gorgeous. I hope you can see it just due to the lighting. Love this one. I bought, I've already shown you the Apache tear. I've bought 2 pieces of rhyolite. also known under the name of rainforest jasper. Gorgeous pieces. Love those. I have bought, what else did I buy? I bought a honey calcite. And I have to say, this one is just stunning. Just, oh, this one is amazing. I am in love, still in love with the blue calcite I've bought like a while ago. So I was quite positive that I would love the honey calcite as well. But this one takes the energy up a notch. So it's a totally different kind of energy. But this one is like, whoa, love it. Still, it's not aggressive in any way. So it's not, I mean, look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? Oh, I just love this one. I've got a piece of kyanite, which again I love. So gorgeous. Haven't worked with it yet that much though. I needed it kind of, and I've looked at it for hours, but I haven't like worked with it that much. I've bought my first piece of selenite, and I am blown away by it. I love the energy. It's just, this is gorgeous. So gorgeous. Love this one. Although I have to say the stone that kind of surprised me the most with the last kind of batch of crystals that I ordered was this one, which is just an agate. A very dark grayish blue on the front, and I bought it because of this white structure in here, which reminded me of the Milky Way. And from the back you can see it's a bit more of these yellow tones in here and the white just back. So, but honestly, this stone, it fits my hand beautifully, and I've never ever experienced such a peaceful energy with the stone. You just grab it and you can feel the just peace rushing through your veins and through your body. It's just, this one is stunning. It's not so much like calming or soothing or healing. I can't really describe it, but it's just peaceful. It's deep inner peace. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And it really surprised me because I did just buy it to reach the limit that I needed for them to ship the stones to me. So you had to reach a certain amount of money in your shopping cart, so they will ship the stuff out. But and that's why I bought it. So I thought it was nice. I thought it looked beautiful. So I put it in. But I've never thought that it would have such an impact. So gorgeous little stone. What else did I buy? I bought this beautiful piece of crazy lace agate. I've bought a piece of shungite, which again has a very unique energy to it, and it's quite warm for a stone. So, like this one. What else? What else did I buy? Let's just rummage through here for a second, so I'm not missing anything. No, you already know this one. Okay, so the thing that I bought as well is this one here, which is My Heaven and Earth. And that's why I bought it. It's a Kambaba jaspis, which you can see here. I think the camera is not focusing. And I don't know if you can see it in all its glory, because it really does look like the earth. It's a bit dark, but you have these fields of like greenish just landscape in a way, and in between there is this very almost black pieces of what appears to be water. So it really does look like the earth. And for the sky, I got this ruby in zoisite. And it really does remind me, I mean, just look at this. If the camera is picking it up. It does look like space. So that's so gorgeous. It really does look like space. Like a photograph from NASA. Awesome. I've dropped it once. So now there's this little crack in here. Nothing happened, so everything is okay, but I'm not allowed to drop it again or it might crack open, which I will avoid, but or want to avoid. But again, I have my heaven and my earth. Love those, and they live together in this shell. And the last thing I got is this gorgeous piece of sugilite. I don't know the English version of the name. And it's quite muted in color, but it is, I mean, this one packs a punch. Honestly, I'm quite blown away. I mean, this is as large as my fingertip. Just so you get the relation, it's very small. It's absolutely small, but it is said that this is one of the most powerful stones out there, and it's a lot about starting anew, working through trauma or illness or addiction. It's a very healing stone, and it is said, I don't know about that, and count me on that, but it is said if you owned one of those, you never have to recharge it. It will last a lifetime. You won't be able to just take off all of the energy. So gorgeous little piece of sugilite I got as well. And that's it. So now you're on top of it all. You know about all of my new crystals. You know about the app. You know about the deck. There's no more for me to add here. And I just hope you enjoyed the video, and leave a comment down below, because I love reading them, and I love just talking to you and in the comments writing to you. And I just wish you all a gorgeous and beautiful day. Bye.